Hi, long time no see. I am the voice behind Shadow Jules here, and I wanted to do a video talking about something important that has happened to me this past month. So, if you guys had no idea, for the past month or so, I've been away, and it's not something that I made public knowledge. I kept it a bit of a secret because I don't really tell people about things going on in my life. That's kind of something I want to keep a little bit private. I got to do things. I touch grass outside sometimes. I'm not chronically online. I like to touch grass and go outside and breathe the air. You know what I mean? But I've been gone for the whole month, and I was on vacation. It was a vacation trip, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life, and I went to some beautiful places, and it was just a great experience that opened my eyes to quite a lot of things, especially with doing this whole YouTube thing that I want to discuss with you guys. It's going to be a very important video talking about not only my experiences, but also giving you guys updates on the progress of the channel and how everything's going. So, what I wanted to talk about was the trip I had. It was a phenomenal trip. I went to so many different places. Some people were actually able to figure out the places I went to through Twitter and that's sort of the things I posted. I went to this beautiful gaming museum, and somebody was able to pinpoint in the comments that that place was in Spain because they've been to that exhibit. So yes, one of the places I went to was Spain. And I went to two other places too. I went to Germany and I went to Portugal. And it has been an amazing experience seeing all the different types of culture and everything. And I got to meet amazing people. I got to meet Cisco. At long last, the infamous editor of the YouTube channel, I got to meet him in person, and it was awesome. It was such a great experience. We only got to meet for around 3 to 4 hours, but it was so great to finally see him in person. I was surprised on how short he was. No, he's perfectly average size, average size. But I expected him to be a lot taller than he actually was, but seeing him was an amazing experience. It was so much fun just being with him in person, and it just felt like a Discord call. But it was in person, so it was a lot more fun. We got to walk around, and I got to try Portuguese KFC. It was really good. And I got to meet another amazing friend of mine by the name of DDBot. If you guys don't know, DDBot is actually an artist friend that I've been mutuals with for a very long time. She actually did the Cuphead Let's Play thumbnails, the artwork for the Cuphead Let's Play, and we got to meet while we were in Germany, and it was so much fun. We got to watch Joker Folia do. And it was a big folia doo-doo. And it was so great to meet these people. And that was one of the highlights of this entire trip. I got to meet up with so many friends and see online friends that I never thought I would have the opportunity to meet in person. And I did. And it was amazing. And it was a big eye-opening experience for me because I got to, it reminded me of how wonderful friendships are. And even if you could be thousands of miles away, the opportunity to just see them and just interact with them and act like nothing has changed. The way I talked to these people online was the same how we interacted IRL. And it reminded me of how sacred relationships are, friendships, and how you should cherish them. Because, again, you could be thousands of miles away, but when you see each other in person, it could be an amazing experience. So that was a big opener for me. And while I was gone, I did post a lot of videos while I was gone. I didn't post a lot, but I did post a lot of videos. I did prepare quite a bit of videos before I went away, and there's still a big backlog of videos that I'm going to be releasing from when I went overseas that I still have yet to come out. But one of the biggest things I worked on while I was overseas was the birth of Shadow the Hedgehog. If you guys aren't familiar, I've been working on a Space Colony Arc project. It is essentially my attempt at exploring Shadow's backstory on the Space Colony arc, but in a lot more depth, presenting a very different side to it, as well as elaborating on things that the game's kind of glossed over. It was sort of my attempt at doing something very different, a really deep character study, not really action-packed or really anything like that. It's just subtle character moments. Characters just talking to each other. I wanted to attempt to do something very similar to that. And the first episode of that series was going to be called The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog. This originally started off as a 30 to 40 minute idea completely centered around Gerald Robotnik. Shadow was barely going to be in this episode. In fact, the only plan was to ever have him appear at the very end. The entire first episode would be about Gerald because I think that's something new and interesting that hasn't really been attempted before that I wanted to do something new for. And then I started actually writing it. Now, how's the script going? If you guys have been keeping on my community posts, I said that the script was 100% done. That is true. However, that doesn't count for revisions. Revisions are essentially when I look over the script and I gotta fix the dialogue, be like, that dialogue doesn't fix well. Editing things in and then potentially adding things in after I've edited a few things, being like, oh, wait, this scene could work better if I added this little thing in there. So it's at the revision phase. But the main story itself is done. It's finished. It's written. The script is practically at a state that I'm very happy with at the moment. And The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog has evolved from being originally a 30 to 40-minute special to being a movie. So this is where I officially announced that The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog is going to be a movie that I'm going to be releasing on the channel. And I cannot wait to work on this. The script is practically nearly complete. The main thing we're waiting on at the moment is the Gerald model being made because the first episode's about Gerald Robotnik. So the episode has to revolve around Gerald. Thus, we need a good Gerald model. And that's taking some time to cook in the oven because models take time and the people that are working on them are very busy. But I really appreciate the time and effort they're putting into making it. And I cannot wait to do this project. This is the proudest I've ever worked on. Like, I've been happy with the things I've worked on before, but the script in of itself is something I'm really happy with. And I cannot wait to translate that onto the screen and show you all what we've been working on. And I am incredibly excited to work on it and work with such amazing voice actors. So the script, once the script is completely finished, the revisions are done, like it's 100% complete and ready to go. The next phase is finding voice actors for the project. Once the voice actors are done, we just have to wait for the Gerald model to be completed. And once that's done, we can finally start filming. I'm really excited. I can't wait to work on this. But yes, that's done. Now, what are the updates on the other projects? Shadow Edge of Time, the Fleaway Shadow arc, what's happening with those? They're going to happen. That's 100% a guaranteed fact. But I am prioritizing The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog first. The reason why I'm doing that is because it's a completely different project that has excited me more as a creative to work on at the moment. Because it's very different from anything I worked on. The Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog is a human drama. Barely any Sonic characters will be in it, nor will it have much action. It's characters talking to each other. And that has been such a fun experience to sort of dissect and try to make as good as possible. So as of right now, the Fleaway Shadow arc, Edge of Time, all the other projects I have promised, they are going to happen. That is a guarantee. And I 100% promise they will. I'm just going to prioritize this project first. And then I can work on the other stuff. I'm still excited to work on the Multiverse series. And one other project I was going to announce as well. The Sonic Villains project. The Suicide Squad, but with Sonic Villains project. That is now going to be called the Chaos Syndicate. So the team is officially called the Chaos Syndicate, and it's going to star Infinite, Zavok, Rosie, and Infinites as a team that has to do missions for someone called Eggman, which is a gender-bent version of Eggman. I'm very excited to work on that, but like I said, Birth of Shadow the Hedgehog is the #1 priority, and also that is the one where the writing is pretty much done. It's just revising it now. But I just wanted to say, this past month has been a really eye-opener to me. It's made me appreciate a lot more of what I'm doing here on YouTube, and especially you guys, the audience. The love and support you guys have been showing the channel this past month or two has been bigger than it's ever been throughout the whole year. And I cannot thank you all enough for this amazing opportunity and everything. Thank you all so much, and I'm so happy to be back, and I can't wait to do more content for you all. Thank you.